Hello and welcome to MTI Thomas. Today we'll be covering the second lesson in becoming a Plarail master, straight rails. Straight rails are the second of the basic tracks and arguably the most uninteresting by themselves. While curve rails can be utilized pretty creatively in multiple ways, straight rails can only serve to fluidly and directly connect 2 points on a layout. The variation with Plarail comes from the different lengths of straights. Plarail makes 5 main types of straight rails, starting with the basic straight rail. This is one of the 2 most common straight rails and provides 8.5 inches of length. Straight rails are also the same radius as a circle of curves from the center point to the connection center. Many destinations can be set alongside or over straight rails. Straight rails are also the length of track required for most bridges, but we'll come back to that topic in another lesson. Paired with the straight rail is the stop rail. It's identical in length, with the added feature of being able to stop engines with a raised plate that is activated by a switch on the side of the rail. This piece is most useful when paired with a place where an engine would typically stop, like a station or yard. Next is the half straight rail, coming in at 4.25 inches. Put 2 of these together and you have the length of a straight rail. If it wasn't obvious, half straights are great for having shorter lengths of tracks or extending straight lines a little further, but not too much further. Several smaller destinations are this length, but also many larger destinations measure in at 12.75 inches, or 1 half straight and straight rail together. Now we move into the less common straights, starting with quarter straights. These short pieces are useful for filling small gaps between track connections. These are not commonly seen in playsets, but do exist in a few. The best way to get them are to buy them outright. Quarter straights are also unique as they feature not just male to female pieces, but also male to male and female to female. Since Tomy uses gender connections for their tracks, some loop lines or pieces with only one gender connection can mean you can't connect the track back together. With these single gender quarter straights, however, you can easily create sections like this where the track turns around on itself. Using a male to male and female to female back to back will give you the same length and genders of a normal half straight rail. Lastly is the double length straight rail, which is a whopping 17 inches long. This piece I find is most useful in larger layouts with lots of room and track. Double length straights can be used on large bridges, especially with the suspension bridge, as it is the length of 4 straight pieces. Very few, if any, conventional small or medium-sized sets will call for these pieces, but that's not to say they don't have use. If you don't have a lot of straight rails and want to make a longer stretch of track, these pieces are excellent for that purpose. While each kind of straight track has its uses, it ultimately depends on the kind of layout you're looking to create. But just having the general knowledge of how and when to use each kind of straight piece is crucial in making masterful Plarail layouts. So now, it's up to you to use this knowledge in enhancing your layouts. Thanks for watching, don't be a stinker, and I'll see you next time.